I'm here. I'm back. Let's do this. I'm ready. Let's. Oh my god, it's here! Spider-Man time, baby! It's Spider-Man time! Come full of 2023! I can't get it. Let me feel! Gotta get out. Get ready. Don't you leave this in the edit, alright? Cut this part. Alright, I'm here. Let's talk about it. I'm sweating. Let's go. Boom. 6 a.m. AEST, Australian Eastern Shit Time. Alright, 6 in the morning. I'm starting work. End stream for the PlayStation Showcase starts. I know Spider-Man's there. I know it's gonna be there. I'm hoping for an 8-minute demo with the black suit. I can't help myself. I check my phone and I see Kraven the Hunter in the jungle, and I kind of freak out a little bit, and I can't help myself. Even though I'm at work, so I check my phone again, and then Miles is gliding with spider web wings, and I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe it. Damn it, no, I'm at work, I have to do my job. So there I am, right, I'm working. My first break is at 12, I can't wait, because then at lunchtime I get to watch this thing, but my phone is blowing up, bing, 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 I'm starting to sweat. What is it, what have I missed? I need to see this thing. Boom, I sit down, I have my coffee and my Spider-Man mug, and I watch, and I can't believe what I am seeing. You know what I'm talking about. I see it. I see Kraven. I see Spider-Man in the black suit. We have to talk about it, alright? The tendrils, the moves. Then the lizard's there and we're chasing. Kraven's in the mix and everything with Kraven, and this boat chase is crazy enough, and Miles falls into the ocean, and then you realize you forgot that the lizard is a part of this. He's swimming and he's coming, and you're surfing on the water away from the lizard, then you're surfing on the deck, then you're doing alley hoop, and it's just incredible. And I'm here. Let's talk about it. Let's break it down. Alright, so I need to reference things piece by piece, alright? I need to bloody get my phone and watch it and stop it every time I see something I need to talk about. Alright, first shit we see, New York. It's massive. We can see in that opening shot, Queens, Brooklyn, everything. You can just tell the map has had such a huge revamp. And not only do we see it, we get to visit it. We get to be in Queens, and this expansion. We haven't had Queens in a Spider-Man game in 20 years, alright? Ultimate Spider-Man, you know already. So Pete busts out of Dr. Kirk Connors' house in Queens looking for him, and we see him in the black suit. We see him in the black suit. I can't wait. How many years have I waited to have a game, a Spider-Man game, a AAA titled Spider-Man game, where I can use the black suit properly, and we get to use this thing like it's Web of Shadows again. The tendrils, everything. But I want to talk about the design first, real quickly, because it is impressive. At first I was a bit like, oh, he's got a bit of a helmet-looking design going on, but then I realized that's the suit's way of protecting him. He already wears a kind of armored, you know, like this stuff looks like it's some sort of plating. So the symbiote's just doubled down and protected some of the most vital areas, hardened up things like his shins, his forearms, anything he needs to use in combat that's useful. It's slimy, it's alive, and it looks like muscle fibers. It actually, the whole suit anatomically looks like it matches up with the human body, which is awesome. It's this perfect mix of hard shell and sliminess, and it almost is reminiscent of a xenomorph. And I love it. I love that this thing looks disgusting and creepy. You wouldn't want to touch it. You don't want to know the texture of this thing. Even in the mask, it's like a helmet piece, but it looks like if you touched it, it would stick to your finger. I love the change in the eyes at the end. It's almost implying that we have the possibility to see him potentially become Venom for a brief period, like in the Ultimate Spider-Man comics, if you know what I'm talking about. I can definitely see him pushing the brink in this version because he is angry. Yuri Lowenthal owns this shit. It's so hard to get this right without sounding like Shocker!
Get back here, Shocker! Shocker!
But he nails it. I love it at the start, especially when he says you should have never come to New York. That line is the mwah, molto bella.
Craven wants a hunt? I'll give him one he'll never forget!
Hurt the name of that spider!
He's gonna wish he never came to New York!
It's amazing shit. I absolutely love it. We get to see the suit tendrils in motion, and it just looks amazing. I can't believe we're getting some Web of Shadows style gameplay again. I can't, I'm still trying to translate what the hell I've just seen. I haven't even taken like 5 minutes to breathe since I got home from work. But now we've got some sort of finisher where if you get close enough to a wall to activate it, you can just kick the shit out of people. And again, the more I look at this costume, the more I love it. It's nuts. We then get a character swap seamlessly, okay, because it's gameplay. This is gameplay. This is nuts. Where Miles, the slingshot mechanic is back. I'm so happy. I love how much faster this web swinging looks too. It looks like, I mean, it doesn't look like a massive increase in speed, but there's much more in the swinging. Before whipping out the web wings and gliding through the city before hitting these hoops, which look like it's some sort of special thing, almost like a race or a challenge. I'm sure there'll be plenty of them around the map, but I'm a bit unsure how this works, but it'll be able to carry you further through. You can really zone in and just focus on gliding as fast as possible. He gets to this shipyard, we get to see Kraven's men that are there. I haven't even mentioned Kraven, alright? We got a 2-minute teaser introducing us to Kraven beforehand, and I'm glad it wasn't that first guy that we've seen. This Kraven design is brilliant. It's so good, it's so familiar, but his face, it's the details in the face that make him look like a real person, a different person. I'm not sure who they used as their character model or whether they came up with him from scratch. Usually they have a reference, but whoever they used was perfect. The voice, perfect. We just had the person announced for who's playing him. I don't have it on me, but I'm happy for him. That man has had to stay silent for a long time. Because us fans picked it in the last trailer. It's Kraven instantly. We all know. So Miles gets to this warehouse. We get to see this new mechanical. We can shoot out lines in any direction to do stealth takedowns, which makes it feel like it's going to become very OP very quickly. Thankfully, they've got these sort of vulture-like things, which I'm assuming are part of Kraven's whole shtick, where now he's got these things. I don't know, maybe it's some sort of Sable tech that's been left over and he's transformed it into something new. I think that because I'm pretty sure what Kraven was flying in was one of Sable's like jets. But then we get to see Miles using these electric powers, the blue ones which we saw from the first trailer if you picked up on it. He doesn't just have the yellow ones now, he's got the blue ones. I hope the yellow ones are still here. But this just looks insane. From what the tendrils showed us and those electric powers, we look like we're OP, but we are going to be dealing with a big F-off lizard. I'll get to that in a moment, I'm getting ahead of myself, but we're taking it these guys super easy, and then that tone shifts really quickly into what I really, really like. This game is scary. It can turn scary very quickly. When you're Miles crawling through this stuff trying to find out where the lizard is, the lighting looks incredible. Again, I can't believe this is gameplay. Building up to a moment where we see the lizard's skin, and it's perfect. It's gross. I like the inclusion of all the blood with all the fish that the lizard's been eating. Because we had Peter stabbed right through the shoulder at the end of the last game, and I think that was kind of testing grounds for how gory they can go and get away with it. This game's gonna double down. I hope we have some sort of moment with Venom that's terrifying. I want to be stalked and shit my pants. But just as we think Lizard's gonna scare us, it's Peter busting through the ceiling in that black suit, and that shot in the dark with all the tendrils moving their way back into the suit is just for the S-tier god shit. I don't know how to explain it. It's just excellent foreshadowing for everything that's to come, and it's also an epic reveal because this is the first time Miles sees it. And with that being the case, that makes me think Peter has not had this thing long if Miles hasn't seen it yet. So if this is the start of Peter being angry, you can only imagine how far this is gonna go, because he's cold immediately, and then this breaks out into a chase, chasing down the lizard through, I can't remember the ocean river thingy. It's great. The finishes on the jet skis look amazing. We have all these incredible cinematics happening before Miles being chased by the lizard, and it's just nuts. I love the set pieces. They're like my favorite parts of these games. Alright, the crane sequence in the first game, or the raft breakout. Those things are incredible. And we had the guy that directed this specific demo saying that this is nowhere close to the wildest stuff that's in the game, and this is awesome. Surfing on the deck, chasing down Lizard. There's just a sensory overload of information. There's Kraven for the first time, there's Lizard for the first time, and he looks fantastic, may I mention. Alright, that is the type of Lizard I want. I want something that's Exactly like that. He definitely gives me some Killer Croc vibes from Arkham Knight. But I like this more. He's agile, he's quick. I can't explain it. I can't explain how perfect of an adaptation all of this is. We then get an alley hoop move from the two of them before the lizard gets away, and I'm pretty sure Craven gets away too. And the boys are left there like, okay, now we're gonna go after him. And Peter gives Miles the cold shoulder before leaving on his own. And it's just amazing. I love that Miles is immediately picking up on it, and I wonder how long Miles will tolerate it before something happens between the two. The idea of having Miles in this universe while this storyline takes place is extremely unique, extremely interesting, and we're going to have someone on the inside that is going to watch Peter, his hero, Spider-Man, that he looked up to, who trained him as a mentor, fall off the deep end and go through this entire roller coaster. Miles might have to make a very difficult decision on what he's going to do at some point in the game. And those moments are the moments I live for. Brian, into how you legend, you know what you're doing. There's a lot to unpack. The music, I'm so glad they've got that theme. I think it's Craven's theme. Craven, Venom, I don't know. I just love that we're going dark, but we're not going emo Parker dark. We're going a more aggressive, angry, pissed off, dark direction. And I want them to push it to the limits. I want this game to be scary. I want it to be difficult. There's so much we haven't seen yet. Alright, we got a quick glimpse on the map. Bloody Wraith, she's going to be in the mix. Probably another factor to help push Peter over the line because he's just trying so hard with her. For her to do the right thing, and she's just going to keep throwing it in his face. I'm pretty certain now that Harry is going to be Venom, and he's going to be the thing that pushes Peter over the line to, I need to get Connors. I need to kill Harry. Connors is the only one that can do it. His patience is going to be tested, because it's his best friend that he's known forever, whose life is on the line. While we might not have met Harry formally just yet, he has the same relationship that he has with Mary Jane. So imagine if Mary Jane's life is basically uncritical, and he's got people like Wraith throwing shit back in his face. And I'm hoping that they maybe dabble in Aunt May and what happened with her in the last game as another influence as to why he's just not doing it anymore. I love it. I love how aggressive Yuri's voice acting is. He went from your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man to peace was never an option. Have you guys seen this yet? It was off the wall insane, alright? It made my day. Kind of, it made it the worst day ever of work. I had to just persevere until I got home. Now I'm going to watch it on my TV and I'm going to crank that sound system up and feel it. I just can't comprehend it all. Alright, we got Craven, we're Lizard. Black suit, doesn't it look so good with the fibers and the whole xenomorph looking thing. The eyes squinting and tensing up as Peter leaves the boat chase, the lizard himself, wings with the map, it's music, this horror thing. Make me wait for a year and a half without knowing anything. Alright, you starved us all. And now you want to come and you want to be like, yeah, no, here's everything. I don't need to see anymore. I'm happy. I'm sold, alright? I'll pre-order that shit. Give me another collector's edition. Give me a statue of that black suit. So, I'm sold. Take my money. I'm done, man. I'm done. I'm gonna go watch it 50,000 more times.